Yeah, there's a reason you don't care about MrBeast's videos anymore. Hello, everyone. It's Ito. Welcome back to the podcast of or whatever the heck this is. Basically, I just honestly can't tell you what the last MrBeast video was about. And it's because I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care about MrBeast's channel anymore. The reason why I started watching in the first place, and the reason why most of us started watching his stuff in the first place, is because we heard about it from other people. We heard about it from people in school or whatever. So, it's like, who is this MrBeast guy? And at that time, his stuff was like really new. It was really fresh. He'd be doing the most random stuff with like whoever. Usually just his friends. And you never knew what it was gonna be. And that was the fun of it. It was completely random. Now it's like you've seen one, you see them all. And he's gotten so good at just, hooking people in and getting them to stay for hours on his content that the soul is just gone. Like, you go back 10 years and watch a MrBeast video. There's personality to that. There's like serious, like, human, there's a serious human element to that just hasn't been present in like the past 5-ish years. I don't know when he made that Squid Game thing, but like that was about the last of authentic MrBeast. Like when he started doing the competitions, that that was kind of interesting because no one had really done it the way he does it on the internet. And now that's about all he does, and I just don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care. Like, YouTube kinda sucks. It's both someone who watches videos and someone who makes them. As someone who watches videos, the big channels make stuff that feels basically all the same. And honestly, I don't really care anymore. There's not that human element. That's probably why people, or at least I liked, the Penny series that Ryan Trahan did for like 2 years, maybe longer. I don't know, I followed it for 2 years. Because there was that human element, you know, you got to follow along with him. And that was really nice. It was the touch of humanity during the summer break when most people, let's face it, are just bored out of their minds. And, whenever we're out from school, for the summer, if you're still in school, like, I don't know about you, but it's one of the most, like, lonely times unless you force yourself to go out and meet up with friends or whatever. Because, there's not that environment that's just happens to, where you just happen to see the people you talk with all the time, right? So, I don't want to go too deep into that just yet, at least. But something I think is missing is just on YouTube, it's just that human element, Um, Goodness, what was I even talking about? Yeah. So as a watcher of YouTube videos, you either have that, or, or you decide to watch, maybe one thing that seems interesting at the time. Oh, this channel made something that I might want to see what that person's talking about. I might want to check that out. So you check it out and that video's good. And then that's the only video you ever watch in that type of category. But wait, you watched the whole thing. Let's recommend the same stuff from that channel. And the same stuff from that channel is usually what you're looking for. And then they go ahead and recommend other channels with a similar format and style or whatever. And it's hit or miss. Either it's really, really good or it just sucks. Like a lot of the content that's similar to what I want to end up doing, where I basically just yap and there's like game footage on the screen so you don't just scroll away because, oh, the screen only says slice of bread slightly used for $500. A lot of this stuff, a lot of the times, content like that, people just like complain all the time, and it, like, yeah, I get it. Some stuff sucks. Some things just suck. But there's nothing I can do about it. So like, why should I be bothered with it? You know, there's nothing like, being told about a problem that you already know exists, knowing full well nothing's gonna change. And in many ways, that makes the problem worse. Like if I'm feeling horrible, bro, and I look up, oh, and then there's like a video, it's like, oh, it's not this, it's this. It's like, yeah, I know. Thanks, I feel worse. Why can't people get to this recognition that, you shouldn't manipulate people's vulnerability for money? Like that's part of the reason why this content, hopefully will never have ads, and why I don't show my face or anything. It's because I want to keep that level of authenticity. Because when people, kind of just throw their reputability out the window and their humanity out the window for the sake of views or recognition or chasing trends or the stupid algorithm thing that it's like, I am so sick of hearing about it. Like, I'm going to make what I want, and if no one cares, that's fine. Right. More choice to me. I'll go with choice. Because when no one's watching, like, whatever I make, it just means I can have a little bit more leeway with it. But the reason you don't care about whatever MrBeast just uploaded or whatever is because the human element just disappeared. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want to be yelled at for the sake of entertainment. It was annoying. Everyone has that idea of like the annoying carnival games. It's like, step right up and I'll guess your height, your weight, or your age. Step right up, going once, going. All that stupid stuff. Like, do you make money off of it? Yeah. County fairs and carnivals and that type of stuff are incredibly profitable. But do you enjoy them? I mean, they're a nice diversion, a nice little distraction from just how boring the everyday can be. But in many ways, whenever I go to a fair, I just feel like I'm wasting my time and my money. And that's also how I feel whenever I use YouTube, like most of the time. Because either someone's selling me something or they're trying to be someone else, or they're, you know, yelling at me, screaming, and hyper editing and all that stuff for viewer retention, targeting a bunch of 11-year-olds. Or it's content where it's like gaming in the background, some guy, ranting, and the content's just genuinely so depressing that I just can't freaking take it anymore. Like, I don't want to watch that. Like, okay, it's not, I'm not discrediting people who are going through stuff like that, but it just feeds the cycle, right? It's like, if I'm already depressed and I watch depressing content that, completes the feedback cycle, that feedback loop, like it's just gonna make the problem worse. And in some ways you can find solace in it, but there's a difference between finding solace in it and, wallowing in it. And I don't. This is quite too much of a nuanced topic to really, for me to be saying anything. But I don't know about anyone else, but it just doesn't seem like that great of an idea, But regardless, I think the only way that humanity's gonna, continue being, truly human on the internet, on social media, in the age of this garbage of AI, is by not doing what everyone else is doing and by being so human and making content, even if it sucks. Like, this kind of sucks. Like, I'm recording this on earbuds that are like 10 years old. But just making stuff that is unmistakably human. That's where the change can be made. Because anyone can say the same thing everyone else is saying. And that's honestly what's so annoying. Especially in, that type of content I was talking about. Where, there's like gaming in the background and someone's yapping about, the economy sucks. Or being an introvert sucks. Or what have you. Sometimes, like, you have the people who did it originally, and they're like the good channels, and then everyone else kind of copies that. And I mean, everyone has their own experiences. But, like, why would I watch what basically amounts to the same video over and over and over again? Just doesn't make sense. That's another annoying thing. YouTube recommending me the same video over and over and over again. Or the same channel over and over and over again. When I genuinely don't want to watch that channel. So, I've talked a bit about the stuff everyone knows about how much, YouTube sucks as a user, as a person who watches videos. But now, I want to tell you the other side. The side of creating content. YouTube is genuinely horrible for your health. YouTube Studio should probably be classified as a form of torture. And should be banned. The amount of time that people fixate on, oh, did this video get as many views as I wanted it to? How are the trends going? What's my subscriber count? Anybody subscribed? Like, it's horrible for the brain, and people just get burnt out. And in many ways, no one really cares about subscribers anymore. You know, channels can have like 100,000 subscribers and still be small channels at this point. Like, if you had 100 subscribers back in the day, like, you were big. You'd made it. Very few channels even reached 1 million. The biggest channels had 1 million. Now, like, hundreds of channels have millions of subs. And I don't know. I can't really talk too terribly in depth. Is that just genuinely how horrible YouTube Studio is? So I'll probably save that for another time. But yeah, this is Ito, and I hope y'all have a great night. Y'all take care.